All right. Peace to the family. Peace to the gods. Yo, ladies. Yes, sir. This one's for y'all, ladies. The beautiful divine feminine. We're about to talk about herbs that are made by God for the divine feminine. Yes, sir. Herbs that specialize in nurturing the female body. I said ladies, but the fellas, the kings, we need to tap in as well because we gotta take care of our queens. So this one is for the collective. We're gonna be talking about the Jamaican dog blood. You heard that? What a name, right? Jamaican dog blood. That sounds away. That sounds away. Yeah. It sounds like you're about to take some voodoo necromancy type of sitting. You see me? Bring on the Jamaican accent. You see me? You figure out me though? It's like you about to take some shit that the Haitians came up with, that the Nigerians and the Benins came up with, and perhaps they did because it's such a powerful herb. And we already know the ancestors that deals with the knowledge, the lost knowledge of the plants, the lost knowledge of the systems of this earth, of healing. Yeah. These were the holders of power, once upon a time. So we're going to tap into that type of power. And that power right now is dormant in the Jamaican dog blood. Alright? So, yeah, just in case anyone got lost during that intro, I talk my talk. You feel me? This is a Jamaican herb. It grows native in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, but it's a herb that does very well to the female anatomy and the male anatomy as well, but primarily the female anatomy. And it's a very intelligent herb. All right, the herb seems to have a sentience to it because of the way it works in the body. It works like an adaptogen. I try to introduce adaptogenic herbs to you because these are the most effective herbs to be consuming and supplementing with. All right, so we're gonna go into a couple of videos to introduce this herb, get you to know about this herb, hear about how the locals and the indigenous peoples think about this herb and how to use this herb. And I would like to start off by saying that the efficiency of a herb based on its use over long eras of time. If a certain herb is used for a specific reason for eons, hundreds, thousands of years, then that means that it's proven its efficiency, its value, and its worth. Now, Western media is always on the come up of ancestral knowledge because Western media is based off of Western minds, and Western minds are babies. Rome is not too old, Greece is not too old. This is a baby civilization, and babies are trying to understand the world. So these indigenous, aboriginal, or just indigenous, I don't really like the word aboriginal because, break it down. You're not saying original, you're saying aboriginal. It's like abnormal. You're not normal, you're abnormal. So we speaking about the originals, the indigenous science, indigenous knowledge, indigenous cultures, indigenous medicine goes back 10, 20, 30, hundreds of thousands of years. And this is one of those indigenous sciences. These are one of those indigenous plants that has been backed by indigenous science and use, right? So that's what I would like you guys to ponder on. All right, ponder on that and let me know if you see value in what I'm saying. So let's get into it. All Hold on, I'm not hearing anything.
I'm gonna delve into a power.
Let me run it back from the top, peoples.
Oh, lovely. Today, I'm gonna delve into a powerhouse, a herb that is as intriguing as its name. It's Rivina humilis, but in Jamaica we call it the dog blood. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and I'm gonna talk about all the health benefits and so on. But stay to the end because I wanna show you best practices on how to use this phenomenal herb. Oh, lovely. Today,
all right.
Powerhouse.
So that was a nice little intro. Unfortunately he didn't go into it, but I got more videos for you. But you guys see those berries on it? That's why it's called dog blood, right? Because when you pop those small little berries, it is so red. It's so red that it just resembled it after blood, you know, so they call it Jamaican dog blood. And we're gonna get into why, you know, this plant is so good for the female anatomy. And you know, the blood aspect of it should get your mind working right now. You should kind of have, that's your hint right there. All right, so that's your little jewel that I threw in the bucket to get you to think as you watch the videos. Maybe the next video downright tell you, but right now you should think, why is this good for females? Well, it's called Jamaican dog blood. It has berries on them that when you pop them, it looks like blood. So you know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 = 2 around here. You feel me? All right, let's go into the next video.
Suppliers. I just had a package delivered from one of our suppliers straight from Jamaica. We were running low on a couple of our herbs we often use, so I had to replenish them. This is straight from my homeland, Jamaica. Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Let's take a look. First up is Jamaican Dog Blood Bush. This is a traditional Caribbean medicinal herb that has been used for generations, especially when it comes to blood purification and women's reproductive health. In Jamaican bush medicine, it's commonly used to help support womb health, circulation, and overall reproductive balance.
Womb health, circulation, and overall reproductive balance. Womb health, circulation, and overall reproductive balance. Womb health, circulation, and overall reproductive balance. We talking about that female anatomy, that divine feminine, baby.
It is also one of the main herbs in our fiber fighter blend because of its traditional use in supporting women dealing with fibroids, heavy cycles, and uterine congestion. Dog blood.
Fibroids, uterine congestions, and cysts as well. Fibroids, uterine congestions, and cysts as well. If you have fibroids, uterine congestion, and cyst, PCOS, then tap in.
Blood bush is considered a cleansing herb, meaning it helps support the body's natural detoxification processes. Because of that, it should not be taken during your menstrual cycle, since cleansing herbs can interfere with the body's natural shedding process.
Yes, you are absolutely right. You should take this on the 2 weeks of your ovulation, right? Sorry y'all, I forgot the name of the term. Let me just look this up real quick. Give me a second, y'all. The term of when trying to get all right. I was right. Okay, yeah, ovulation, right? I was right. So this should be drunk daily. This should be, the Jamaican dog blood should be drunk daily during the 2 weeks of ovulation, right? But when you're menstruating now is when you should discontinue the use of Jamaican dog blood and instead move on to something more balancing, like the blue vervain. Something more calming, like the blue vervain. Okay? Or even the shepherd's purse. That's when you should move on to the blue vervain, the shepherd's purse, or the blue lotus. Right? But the Jamaican dog blood should be taken during the 2 weeks of ovulation. That's when you should be taking the dog blood. And the reason being is because of the way the Jamaican dog blood works. What it's going to do is it's going to make the lining of the uterus its natural size. So let me just bring up an image for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about, right? I hope you guys can see this. I hope you can see this. So here is the lining of the uterus. This part right here, right? This part right here is the lining of the uterus. As you can see, it's red, right? Because when you're during menstruation, this is what you're seeing being shed from the body, right? The uteral lining in the form of red blood cells and tissue, right? So why is it getting rid of these red blood cells and tissue? Well, because there's too much there. There's too much there, right? And your body's like, yo, nah, we need to get this down to size. So it gets rid of that tissue and that and those red blood cells as well, right? And this is good for the body, because now after it resets and gets rid of all that excess tissue, now during ovulation, right, the egg is able, well, it's just a better environment for pregnancy, put it that way. Better environment for pregnancy. And for the ladies out there that don't want to get pregnant, this is just, you'll be more comfortable with a healthy uterine lining. One, you'll dodge the PCOS. One, you'll dodge the fibroids, and all of these things. You'll dodge the excess vaginal what is it called, vaginal infections, right? Because your uterine lining, your womb is healthy. So that's what I want to get into now. How did it get unhealthy? Like, why is the lining so big in the first place? Why is the Jamaican dog blood helping this thing to get smaller? Because the answer is because of the excess of a hormone known as aromatase. All right, aromatase. So remember that word from now: aromatase and also estradiol. Aromatase and estradiol. Remember those words for now. Let's go back into the video.
Commonly prepared as a tea or decoction, and like many traditional herbs, consistency is key. Next is Damiana, known as Ramgoat National. It's a well-known herbal tonic.
All right, so now she's talking about Damiana. We're gonna go over Damiana on another video, but for the sake of it, let's see what she's saying.
Central America and the Caribbean. It's especially valid for supporting the nervous system, reproductive health, and libido. For women, Damiana has traditionally been used to support hormonal balance, fertility, and menstrual comfort. For men, it is widely known as a libido and vitality herb, helping support sexual function and stamina. Both herbs are available on our store, Common Herbs, and I sent you guys the link. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, sis.
This review on our Jamaican Dog Blood Bush tea. I've been having great reviews from this particular herb, and I must confess, it works like magic. So women who have fibroids, you want to shrink your fibroids, if you have ovarian cysts, any reproductive health issues, infertility, hormonal imbalance, use Jamaican Dog Blood Bush tea. The tea is packed with a lot of nutrients that when you start to use it, you start to see changes right immediately. And for women who have been struggling to take in you've tried all sort of herbs, you've tried all sort of medication and it's not working, please use Jamaican Dog Blood Bush tea.
Action.
So guys, you see when you think nurture being, just think of like a one-stop herbal shop, you know, where you can go, you can get your herbs, the skincare herbs, you can get your herbs, the internal care. We have things for the blood, for the heart, for the lungs, for the stomach. We have for if you have spotty skin, the skin dehydrated. You see, women, your vagina itch, we have something for you. You have tenderness, when you are overlaid, we have something for you. Hormonal imbalance, we have something for you. Men with the limp dick, we have something for you. Your PS bumpy, and you need something to clean up the blood, we have something for you. You know? Your kidney or your liver non function, we have something for you. Your skin dry and scaly, we have something for you. You don't know what to eat, you're not sure how to eat or what to eat, we have something for you. Same it. So every single thing you can think of, we have something for you. So when you're thinking about complete nutrition in terms of medicinal plant and stuff, just think nurture being. Trust me. Nurture being? Yeah. Our one-stop herb shop.
Ha. You too, sis. Ha. Have a great day. Sis know what she talking about. Ha. I love the African accent. I swear I love the African accent, man. Yo, sis know what she talking about. So you see how she mentioned fibroids, and sis, she went on to call it a wonder herb. It does magic. But you're not gonna wait until things get drastic and the medications don't work for you to return back to your ancestral healing, to natural healing. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna wait till we're on the deathbed or until, you know, there's no choice but for these doctors to cut you open in order to fix you. You don't want to wait until that. Everyone who's listening to this now is listening to this for a reason. And that's because we know that there are plants and flora out there that could assist our body in the cleansing of all the poisons that is interacting with it today. All right. So, you know, again, she speaks about how the dog blood is good for fibroid cysts, and these fibroid and cysts, where do they happen? They happen in the uteral lining. And what did I say before? I said dog blood helps make the uteral lining healthy and its natural organic size. Okay? And the way it does this is by regulating and decreasing the amount of something which is a hormone known as aromatase and estradiol, right? I told y'all to remember those terms, aromatase and estradiol. Aromatase and estradiol are the biggest enemies to the female anatomy. All right. So let's go to ChatGPT, which is not your friend. So I asked ChatGPT, why is aromatase and estradiol bad for women? And ChatGPT, who is not your friend, says that in women aromatase and estradiol are even more important than they are in men. They are not inherently harmful. In fact, they are critical for female health. This is what we call Western thinking. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Because this is not a factual statement, which is why we say ChatGPT is not your friend. Okay? It even says down here, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. All right. And mind you, I have to say that I am not a medical doctor, because if I don't say that, the vampires and the sharks will hound down and come and find me. You know what I'm saying? So I have to say I am not a medical doctor. You guys go and talk to your doctors. But outside of that, Western science, yeah, okay, yeah. You know what I'm saying. So anyway, let's get back to the presentation here. Where was I? So what aromatase does in women? Aromatase converts androgens. So what are androgens, guys? Androgens are male testosterones, right? And male testosterones are also present in female bodies. So as a female, you're going to have male hormones. It's healthy. It's normal, right? It's normal. And they only call it male hormones because males have more amounts of testosterone than females. So they gave it the name male hormone. But it's not really a male hormone because both females and males have it. It's just that females have less. Females have more estrone, and males have more testosterone. All right. But even males have female androgens. Right? Even males have female hormones. We also have these things. It's just that females have more. Okay? So don't get too caught up on the whole thing where it's saying male hormones and female hormones. Both anatomies have these hormones. It just has it. Each anatomy has one more than the other. So in women, aromatase is active in the ovaries, the womb area, right? Breast tissue, fat tissue, right? This is what I want you to focus on, these three. Ovaries, breast tissue, fat tissue. Because now we're talking the womb. Now we're talking, cyst fibroids. Right here. Cystic fibroids, right? And we're talking breast cancer. Okay? So, what are the benefits? Speaks about some benefits, but when high estrogen can become a problem, right? Because they categorize what is it called? Estriol and they categorize estradiol. They categorize estradiol and they categorize aromatase as estrogens, right? And they are right. They are estrogens. And it says when high estrogens can become a problem. But what I want you guys to be aware of is that those aren't the only estrogens. So when you have a problem with breast cancer or a problem with a cyst or fibroids, it's because you have too much estrogen. But the question is, which estrogens do you have too much in? The answer, of course, is aromatase and estradiol. But there are other estrogens that you have too low numbers in, okay? Too low numbers in. You don't have enough of it, and this is why you really have these issues that you're having with these cysts, these fibroids, this breast cancer, right? Because in cysts, fibroids, and breast cancer, it's a high amount of estradiol, high amount of aromatase, but just little, tiny amounts of estrone, and estrone. And those are also estrogens, but those are good estrogens. Those are the estrogens you want. Those are the estrogens for a divine female anatomy. Those are the estrogens for a easy menstrual flow. All right. And those are the estrogens they don't talk about. Those are the estrogens that the dog blood will provide for you. All right. So when high estrogens can become a problem, In other words, when estradiol and aromatase become a problem, you get heavy periods, you get breast tenderness, you get water retention, you get mood swings, you get irritability, migraines, fibroids, you see what we just said, and endometriosis symptoms. Fibroids and endometriosis symptoms deals with right here, that uteral lining, right? And then it also named the breast cancer, right? The mood swings because you don't have proper regulation of your hormones, because your estriol isn't there. It's not there, right? Neither is your testosterone, which is you need for balance, right? It's turning all of these things into more aromatase and more estriol. More aromatase and more estradiol, right? So it takes these male hormones that your body naturally needs and produce and converts it into even more aromatase and more estradiol, until your body has too much aromatase and too much estradiol, because the aromatase and estradiol is just recreating itself by stealing your male hormones that your body naturally produces, until that manifests into endometriosis, fibroids, migraines, mood swings, breast tenderness, and heavy periods. Okay? Right? So, estrogen and breast cancer. You see, these are all things that we've covered already. Right? This is where much concern comes from. Certain breast cancers are estrogen receptor positive. So breast cancer have receptors that are estrogen receptive. Okay, so the estrogens, the aromatase and the estradiol, communicates with these cancer cells and helps it grow. That shit is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is the best thing ever. Like, they love that shit. They eat it up. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. It's Thanksgiving dinner. They eat that up. Cancer gets huge. Boom. Now you got to cut off your breast. Right? Yeah. Tap into your dog blood. Tap into your dog blood. Okay? It says here, menopause is a good example. When estradiol falls dramatically during menopause, many women experience... Yeah, no, that's incorrect, right? That's incorrect. When menopause drops, then now, when estradiol drops, now you're gonna get better sleep. You're gonna get less hot flashes. You're gonna get less joint pain, less brain fog, right? Less vaginal dryness. More lubrication for that good, right? Because now you have a healthy womb. So ChatGPT gives you the truth mixed in with, Western misunderstandings. All right. So it recognizes that what ChatGPT is trying to say, that it's good. Just, you just have to make sure that it doesn't kill you. You gotta tame the beast, is what it's saying. Put a leash on the beast and make sure it doesn't get out of control, and then you're good. That's basically what it's saying. What I'm telling you is that it's just terrible for you, and if it has value in the human body, then it should be at the lowest percentage. At the lowest percentage, right? What your concern should be is estriol and estrone. That's what the concern could be, should be, because these are not carcinogens. estradiol, and I'm getting tongue tied here. All this estradiol, aromatase, estriol. It's just tongue tying me. So apologies, but yeah, estradiol and aromatase are carcinogens. Estriol and estrone are not. And where are you going to get your estriol and estrone? From the Jamaican dog blood. Where are you going to get a healthy uterus? From the Jamaican dog blood. Where are you going to get a healthy endometrial lining, which is the blood vessel, right? Yeah. From the Jamaican dog blood. Okay? Let's go. Which video are we on? We're on this one.
Yeah, this is why it's called the dog blood. You can see the blood coming. Dog blood herb. This is called the Rivina humilis.
Beautiful seeds.
Yes.
Is that green seeds?
Yeah, this is why it's called the dog blood. You can see the blood coming from the seed.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
But this is one that is used to treat a lot of ladies having menstrual problem or fertility problem.
Okay. I know they call it the fertility bush.
Yes. That's
All
it.
right. So this again is one of them that our parents and foreparents would have.
Yes, I don't
use a lot.
Different people have different name for it, but it's the dog blood herb. This is called the.
You hear that, y'all? You hear that? So we have a consensus from the indigenous people, and this consensus is backed by indigenous science. This is excellent for fertility because what did I say? It's getting the womb in its perfect state. So if the womb is in its perfect state, then you know it's going to be working. And if it's working, then now you have the perfect environment to create the perfect son, the perfect daughter, the perfect baby with no issues, right? In and around the womb will be clean. No parasites, no mucus, no junk, no toxins, no poisons, clean. Therefore, your child that you are creating in your womb will be of the utmost integrity. Okay? And fertility will not be even a bit of your concern because you got that wet, you got that good, you got that tight thing. That kitty is tight, that kitty is wet, that kitty is good. Okay? Because you have nature nurturing that kitty. Okay? You have the herbs of God that was created for the kitty. The kitty is now using it finally. It gets what was created for it. Okay? So for the beautiful woman out there, tap in, heal thyself. Let this herb do its magic on you. We provide it at www.nurturebeing.net. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Didn't get much sleep last night. Man, I was up busy working, editing. But yo, guys, I always say, I know I just started with this radio, but if you really enjoy the content, then comment and subscribe to keep me motivated, because your feedback is what gives me energy to do this every morning. Okay, so www.nurturebeing.net, man. Help this channel grow This is Tumani. This is Nurture Bean. Love y'all. Peace, love, and light to the family. Fellas, tap in. Take care of the queens. This is for y'all as well. This information is for y'all as well. Get your ass up and take care of your woman. God damn it. Love y'all.